Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me? Welcome to the live stream, guys. Just getting a little started a little bit early. Want to check the audio there. What's up, Lone Wolf? Oh, not much. On a 34, taking a much needed break. Hey, what's up, Mr. Fletes? Welcome to the live stream. Oh, okay. New Hampshire's beautiful. What's up, Jared? Good to see you. How's everybody doing? How's my audio? Is it good? You guys hear me good? Owen Corning? Is that like a city out there? It sounds familiar. Oh yeah, V boards. I don't mess with V boards, man. Oh, nice! Congratulations, Samuel. Hey, are you training over here in Melton? Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds pretty familiar there. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't use V boards. I use the edge protectors. Unless they in some places, maybe Owens Corning. I believe I've been there before, Lone Wolf. Some places do require you to have that, which sucks. I usually buy them, set them up real quick, and then get rid of them just as quick as I got them. I'm not storing it on my truck. Okay, okay. I think I've seen one of your videos there, Lone Wolf. Okay, well, you should come on over and go blue there, Samuel. Come on over to Melton side. Make some money, man. So yeah, I figured I'd do another live stream for you guys. Some people, the last time I did it, ended up missing it by they missed me by like 30 minutes. And some of you guys got questions regarding Melton Truck Lines, trucking, flatbedding, whatever. So I'm here to answer them for you guys. Let's see, not Melton. Okay, I was told 40 more tomorrow. I'm out. Not sure I understand what that is, what that means there, Sume. 40 more tomorrow. Thanks. Appreciate you. Sorry for blowing the smoke in the camera there, guys. I got a bad habit. I like to smoke a lot. It doesn't mix well with flatbed neither. They gave me an 800-mile weekend load from Illinois to Chester, New York, then told me late after hours yesterday that I can't deliver until Tuesday. Took a 7-hour detour home. F it. Yeah. And Jared, you should be getting paid detention pay for that too the whole time. So that's pretty cool. You get to sit at home and get paid detention. We get paid what is it? Um I want to say it's $75 a day after the first 24 hours uh for detention. Or it might just be 12 bucks. No, I think that's layover pay. Detention I think is just like $12, $15 an hour. Maybe Jared can answer that. So we got any people in the house looking to go into Melton? Got a pre-hire letter? Got any questions about the orientation process? Anything like that? Good job putting a girl into it. In it. Good time and experience. Yeah, my fiance, she's doing great out here. She's definitely learning. We're working like a well-oiled machine. It helps me. It helps me get the loads off quicker and secured and tarped a lot quicker, also, so I can get down the road. No, Sammy, I'm gonna be, or Samuel, I'm gonna be going. Actually, I'm taking a 10 days off in July to go back to my school to get my manual restriction lifted. I believe I talked about this the last time, my last live video. But when I tested out, I trained in a manual, but when I tested out, they only had so many um, manuals to test in. So they just advised me to test out an automatic. It's easier. Blah 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 blah. So now here I am with the new laws. I got to go take home time for a whole week, which I never do when I do take home time, and go to that school, spend a week at that school. I got to go through the pre-trip process, all that stuff, all over again, and do the road test just for a manual restriction lifted. But they're not going to charge me for it, so I'm all good for that. Plus, I'll be here for a year, and Melton's going to basically pay me a week. So I figure, what better time to do it than now? I actually hauled my first hazmat load the other day, guys, and yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm sure some of you guys probably seen the video, but I was on a temporary hazmat. I had a temporary hazmat endorsement while they were doing my background check, and for whatever reason, you know, I ended up right after I dropped that load, they finally got back to me. I mean, I took this test in way back in December, so you're talking 6 months it took them to finally come back with the result, and they denied me for my hazmat. So, no big deal. I don't really care to haul hazmat anyways, so whatever. It's whatever there. Honest question: can you drive shirtless and not be harassed by DOT or Melton? Yeah, I don't see why, unless you're a woman. Um, I don't see why you couldn't drive shirtless. I never have personally, but yeah, I mean, it gets hot out here, and they advise you to, stop what you're doing during the summer times, especially if you start getting dehydrated. Drink plenty of water. If you want to drive shirtless because you're hot, or just because you want to drive shirtless, knock yourself out. I mean, I'd put a shirt on once you go fuel up, go out in public or whatnot. But yeah. Hey, what's up, babe? Welcome to the live stream. She's doing laundry again, guys. So yeah, has anybody got a pre-hire letter in here coming to Melton? Oh, nice. Nice. When do you when do you start your orientation there, Sumi? Tomorrow, but you're but out already? You're sorry? Yeah. I'm not sure what that means there, Sumi, but yeah, welcome to the family. Oh, you're out already? As far as they kicked you out of the orientation? Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. So they're probably going to put you in next week's orientation then. That's all right. You'll be able to hang out at the hotel at least, hopefully. Yeah, orientation was rough there, Lone Wolf. I was actually sick as a dog throughout my whole orientation. I thought I had that. What's going around? I thought I had COVID. Like, I was terribly sick, and it really sucks when you're sick and you have to be out in the sun doing all the securement and stuff like that. Mr. Fletes did OTR like 20 years ago for about 5 years, did car hauling, then drive in, went local, did fuel for like 2 years, but never went back to OTR with Melton. Consider my past experience. Oh, will Melton consider my past experience on OTR? That's a good question, Mr. Fletes. I believe they look back. If you don't have any OTR experience for the past 5 years, that's the way most trucking companies are. To my impression, if you don't have any OTR experience in the past 5 years, they're going to make you go back out with a trainer. So, yeah, I mean, and that does kind of make sense. Although you have been doing local, to me, local work is harder than going OTR. OTR, they just basically point you point yourself in a direction and drive miles and miles. Local work, you're having to back up constantly all day long. So, and you're dealing with a lot more congested areas. I definitely wouldn't advise anybody that just got a fresh CDL to just jump straight into local work. That's for sure. I'm on the road with a trainer now. We have a load from Texas to Florida. That's awesome, Rowdy. Welcome to the family. Hopefully you get into your truck soon and learn as much as you can from the trainer. Melton has some great trainers. Definitely. What's up, Chico? Good to see you, man. As you saw in my last video, I took your advice with that multi-stop load. It definitely saved me some time. I don't know why I never thought about doing that beforehand. I guess it just kind of made sense to take off all the tarps and roll them up and then redo it that way, So I don't know. Maybe because my girl was with me, it was easier. But, I still might have taken it off if I was by myself, only because it kept getting snagged on the product. You know what I mean? So if I was by myself, I would have had to keep jumping up and down the load to play around with the tarp. So I might have still rolled it up in that situation. Man, these live streams are hard. It's hard communicating with people through these text messages here. You're kind of like sitting there in limbo. Do I cook on the truck? Yeah, we do cook on the truck. My fiance cooks pretty much she does all the cooking. So I got pretty much every appliance you guys can think of on here that you would need for cooking. I got a crock pot. I got a air fryer, microwave, plus convection oven. So it's all 3 in 1. I got what is that? George Foreman, and I also got a frying pan. So we keep it all stored on the truck. I mean, and I've never had a problem with the inverter. I can only use one of the appliances, of course, at one time, which kind of sucks when you're trying to cook a whole bunch of sides. But I've never had a problem with the truck, killing my battery or anything like that. Yeah, so Lone Wolf, if you don't have the air fryer, it's a Galan's air fryer microwave. If you don't have that, I would definitely get that as your first investment. It's priceless. You can cook so much stuff in there. Yeah, truck stop food will make you go broke and it'll make you go fat. I do try to mix it up though. It takes a lot of discipline. I find myself spending a lot of money at the grocery store to store food on the truck so we can cook in here. And then, it's like a lot of times you're running so hard, you really don't have time to cook unless you want to, cook at midnight, cook at 11 o'clock, so you just kind of grab fast food when you go to fuel up. You're always under the gun. And it's just improvisation. And you get tired of sandwiches and, sometimes I want some chicken nuggets. Yeah, that's right, babe. We got an Instapot. The Instapots work great, guys. What's up there, Christopher? I believe you were talking to me through my Facebook page. If you're the same guy I'm thinking of. Now, I'm glad you joined the channel. Why are you setting 9 more pounds? Why are you setting goals as far as weight to join Melton? Is that something that Melton required of you? Because I've never heard that before. What's up, old timer? Welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. Thanks for calling me young, man. I don't feel so young. I'll be turning 40 in September. Melt told me the weight limit is 350 pounds and I'm 359. Oh, that's awesome. So I believe when you first spoke to me, you were telling me you needed to lose 20 pounds to join Melton. So you only got 9 left? That's phenomenal, man. You're doing a great job. You could burn that off pretty quickly. Yep. I would just, it would suck. It would suck if, you were under the 350-pound limit, and then you come to the orientation, and then maybe just because you ate or something like that. I know my weight, it yo-yos. Sometimes I'll be 180, and then there's other weeks I'll be 170. So there's like a 10-pound yo-yo difference there. All right. I understand the strategy behind it is a way to start you back with the lowest pay. They know that I don't need any training, only probably how to use the ELD and things like that. Yeah, absolutely. Like I was saying, if you've been doing local work, I mean, you're out there driving, you're still doing all the hard work. It's kind of silly, but a lot of companies, if you don't have OTR experience within the previous 5 years, they're going to want you to go out with a trainer, regardless of whether you've done local work or even regional. I think they don't. I think they don't even count regional, which is just stupid to me. Yeah, Melton is a kick-ass company. I agree with you, Lone Wolf. The culture here is just phenomenal. My DM, she's awesome. Planners, awesome. They always keep me rolling, guys. Think that only counts when he's with a trainer, if not mistaken. Not sure what you're talking about, Chico. I joined Melton, but I didn't work out. It didn't work out for me. There was a guy that was 350 plus, and he just told Melton he was less than 350. They don't check your weight. Yeah, you know, I can't. To be honest, I can't really remember. Maybe Chico or Lone Wolf could help me out here, but I don't really remember. Now I know I got weighed when I did my physical, so that's where you might catch a snag is when you do your DOT physical. But I don't think they've ever asked me or weighed me in the orientation process. The physical they do though. If you can get past the physical, then yeah. And another thing, you might even want to just go ahead and spend the $70 and do a DOT physical at your own home before you come here. And I mean, if you can make it through that, then I don't see why Melton wouldn't hire you. Got a couple more people joining in. Welcome to the stream, guys. Appreciate you stopping by. I have a current DOT card, just got it a month ago. That's awesome. Okay. So you should be good to go then, Chris. You know, I don't know if have you communicated that with your recruiter? I mean, I really don't see Melton being that strict on it. Really don't. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna be you're gonna be working out here, that's for sure. But you were asking me questions like, are they going to require you to do pull ups to like get on top of loads? And like I was telling you, you should never do a pull up. You should never have to do a pull up to get on top of the loads. That's completely unsafe. However, I'm not going to lie, I do it all the time, just because it's easier for me than grabbing a ladder. But I can't see it being a requirement that you do a pull up to get on top of the load. That's what ladders are for. They just want to see when they put out the crates on top of the trailer in the orientation process. They want to see that you can climb a ladder, get on top of the load. They don't want you to stand on the load. They want you to be on your hands and knees and crawl, because our loads shift, and they want to see how you deal with heights. It's up 13.6 total height, and they want to be able to see that you can crawl to the end and do your job, basically, and then get back off. They make you climb up the trailer and pick up tarps and orientation. That's correct. Yep. Do you have to have your learner's permit before you start school? I did. Yeah. Some schools, Anthony, they will actually take you to go get your learner's permit, but to expedite the process, because I didn't want to be in school any longer than I had to, I went ahead and got my learner's permit and then showed up at the school. So I was a little bit of ahead. And I didn't have to participate in those days, so I could get it straight into the pre-trip and the back-end exercises. Every school varies, of course. How do you activate the comm data card to get your first check off of it? They should have showed you that in orientation. If not, your best resource would be to contact your DM. It's been so long. I believe I just called the number that was on the card there, Lone Wolf, and they gave me, and I was able to get my money off of it that way. Also, I believe you've been running at least a couple weeks, but for the new people, Melton will actually loan you $100 towards your check when you first start out here. I know I didn't have any money, and they gave you $100 loan until you get your first check. That puts it on your comm data card, and they do that without question, without even asking. Excuse me. Just finished orientation, no pull up. Yeah. I mean, orientation is pretty easy. Definitely, it's really easy. You just got to do it. It's expected of you. Don't show up late. If you're going to show up late for orientation, they're thinking you're going to be showing up late for loads. I mean, just common sense stuff, guys. What's the top bunk weight limit? Top bunk weight limit, I don't know, but I have a ton of stuff on my top bunk. I got big heavy duty crates that I store all my dry goods in, and also I got like drawers up there where we store our laundry, and I don't have any problem with it. So, Lone Wolf just called number on the back. Yeah, exactly. Use that ATM, called number on the back. Yeah. What's happening, man? What's going on there, Colby? Glad you could make it, man. I remember my first flatbed load, 1979. Wow, that's a long time ago. That's a long time ago, buddy. I was born in 82, old timer. The ATM in Tulsa terminal doesn't charge a fee for using it, I believe. Yeah, I believe that's correct, Markendi. What kind of drug test do they give? So Melton does both hair follicle and urinalysis, Anthony. So I mean, if you have any question at all about passing a drug test, don't waste your time coming here, because you will fail. I had, let's see, in my orientation class, and I get some of the other truckers here in Melton could probably chime in and let you know how many was left after their orientation class ended. But mine started with 45 students, I believe. And by the end of the class, there was like 15 of us that graduated. A lot of them, I'm talking a lot of them, dropped out for a hair follicle. And then you got guys that dropped out because they couldn't pass the road test, which is just following simple directions. So I mean, people are people. You're always going to have those kind of people. Like I said, just if you got any question about a drug test, I would get clean and then come here. Look to the left of your head. It should be a plate right there. What do you mean a plate? What do you mean a plate, Chico? I'll take a plate of food right now. I'm starving. Oh, top bunk weight limit's 350 pounds? Okay. That might be why they have that 350 pound. That might be why they have that 350 pound rule. Then I don't know. Now you got me tripping there, Chico. You talking about these plastic plate? You can't even see them. Oh, for the weight limit. Gotcha. Oh, there it is. Yep. Maximum weight limit is 320 pounds. Yeah, so it's actually 320 pounds. So if you're planning on getting up there, Christopher, and you're weighing 350, I might think twice about that. But yeah, man, you know, it's the same thing I was telling some of the women that were asking me a questions last time for my last live. You know, their biggest concern was lifting the tarps, you know, and everybody's got weaknesses, you know. Mine was the endurance of constantly working out in the sun and running around the trailer and jumping up and down and stuff like that, you know, and you just got to strengthen your weaknesses. And you know, I believe you can overcome anything, really. Thanks for your videos. They're really helpful. I'm clean. I was wondering what kind of drug test they do. Oh yeah, Anthony, anytime, man. I appreciate your support. Thank you for watching. And yeah, yeah, we do hair follicles, so you know that's great that you're clean. You know, yeah, Melton does hair follicles. Mine's a steel plate. I have the Peterbilt. My max is 350. Oh, okay, yeah. There we go with that Peterbilt conversation. You got to rub it in, don't you? I'm at the Tulsa terminal right now, doing a 34 over here. I needed a break, guys. I've been out here. This is my 6th week. I usually do home time every 6 weeks. But like I was saying, I had to go. I got to go in July to and take 10 days off. So I figured I'd do a 34 over here and get my DOT physical done. I actually got a physical coming up. I got to do one on Tuesday because I only get my medical card for every year. I got to renew it. So unfortunately, it's up. Time's up for me here. I hear you. I appreciate you. Yeah, we're always down in Texas, aren't we? I just left Texas. I actually picked up a load right in what is it? Fort Worth. So I got a bunch of roofing material. You were gonna say I think some of the freight is 400. Not sure what that means there, Chris. The Fox's Den at the Hilton, just down the road. Oh, so you're already so you're in orientation. You're pretty much on your what last week then? I'm assuming. What's happening, Gary? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. Just left Texas, headed to PA with rolled roofing. Okay. Markendi, did I run into you? Was it you that I saw last night? Did you pick up the rolled roofing from John's Mansfield, I believe it is? That's the name of the shipper. Just finished week 2. That's awesome. That's awesome, the Fox's Den. Welcome to the family, man. Yeah, hard part's over for you, buddy. You're at the like you said, you're at the Hilton. I don't is it actually the Hilton though, or are you just being using it as a metaphor? It's a nice hotel though. I was actually on the top floor. Yeah. That's when that's when all the pressure comes off and you can kind of relax. Let's see. Freightliner tractor. Oh, okay. Gotcha. You're still talking about the top bunk weight there. Is Georgia a good place for loads like around 20 west around Birmingham, Alabama? I live in Carrollton, Georgia. Yeah, Anthony, good. Georgia's a good place for loads with any company. Georgia happens to be a major hub of freight throughout the country. You know, it doesn't matter what company you work for, you're going to be going through Georgia. You're going to be going through Atlanta, and yeah, that's just the way it is. It's really like a choke point, sort of like Dallas, um, all the major cities, and I would say Dallas, Laredo. There's a few choke points. You got a couple in Ohio. Yeah, there's a bunch of hubs. I was at US Supply in Bridgeport. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. Does Melton pull anything from the ports? Yeah, we do pull loads from the ports. So if you get a TWIC card, that's all the more better for you. You don't really get paid anything extra to get it, but you will get more loads from the ports, obviously, because you got a TWIC card. If you don't, you're still gonna have. See, I didn't think I was gonna get sent to pull loads from the ports because I didn't have a TWIC card. They will still send you to the port, and if you go to the port without one, you're gonna be sitting all day. Every time I've gone to the port, I've sat there from. If I was out in 6, 7 hours, I was lucky. Does Melton have local or regional? So, Colby, I believe we do have a regional in the South Texas regional route, something like that. I could be wrong though, but I believe we do have regional as well as we don't have local. We just do regional and OTR. Yep. Melton pays for your TWIC card after a year with the company. Yep, that's right. They also pay for your hazmat card as well after a year with the company. So again, Colby, that was a great video, man, on how to slide your tandems. Wonderful video. I enjoyed that. Did a great job on that, man. Chico, what are you doing? Hanging out at the Laredo terminal? That's a good question. Best in endorsements are pretty much, yeah. Best endorsements are pretty much, I would say, hazmat. You're definitely going to want your hazmat, TWIC. Um, well, you're talking. Let's see. You want your hazmat. You want your TWIC, and I think that's really it. Trying to think of all the endorsements. I got all my endorsements, Colby, except for my hazmat. They just can't. They denied me my hazmat, so whatever. I'm gonna appeal that. Try to go down that road, but yeah, no problem, man. I want to thank you guys too for all y'all that subscribe to my channel. I just hit 900 subscribers, so I'm only 100 away from monetizing, which is awesome. I started my channel about a year and a half ago with Trans Am, and it's been a slow climb, but I'm trying to get better at putting out better quality videos for you guys. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it a little bit more. No, Colby, I haven't seen a flatbed with doubles ever. I don't think. And I've been to Arizona a bunch of times. I didn't know that they had that. To be honest with you, Kenny says hazmat, TWIC, tanker, doubles and triples. Yeah. See, I don't know if you. I got my double and triple endorsement as well, Mark Kenny, but I have yet to use it. Yeah, they would sound. It sounds pretty funny looking there, Colby, for sure. What would I say is the hardest about flatbed? Oh, you know, that's a real tough question to answer there, Chris. Um, maybe some of the other guys can help me out here and answer their hardest. But for me personally, I would have to say, like multi-stop tarp loads, taking them off, and then putting them back on, taking them off, putting them back on. It's not necessarily hard. It's what's frustrating. Another thing that really sucks about flatbedding is when you go to the shipper, sometimes these guys will load you heavy on your axles, and it's a tarp load. So when you go down the road and then you go weigh it, you find out that you're heavy on your axles, and you got to come back to the shipper and have them rearrange it or take stuff off. Well, guess what? You got to untarp everything and then roll it up, put it back on, and all because of something that the shipper did. So, I mean, there's just so many things, and that's with trucking too. Um, that could just ruin your day. You could be in a good mood. I mean, I've had just four wheelers on the road put me in a bad mood for the day. Mississippi. I was in, where was I at? Oh, New Orleans. New Orleans has to be the craziest place to drive as a trucker. Those guys, I thought California was bad. Those people, those four wheelers in New Orleans, they do not care. I was cut off left and right over there. I couldn't stand driving in that place. I put out some damn good videos. You enjoy them. You got me interested in trucking flatbed. Thanks for everything I do. No problem, Anthony. I appreciate it. Glad you like the videos, buddy. Do they load you all heavy most of the time? Yeah, so most of the time my loads range from my loads really around 43 to 46,000 pounds. Our max weight for the axles is it's 34 for my drives and 40,000 for my rear axles, my tandems in the back there. So it's the same, 80,000 pounds. Wouldn't say hardest, just the little things that add up. Yeah, exactly, Mark Kendi. There's so many things, that just add up to a bad day out here. And if you just, and even sometimes, it's the trucking aspect. You wake up. I can't tell you guys how many times I woke up and I still haven't gotten out of bed, and I'm trying to figure out where I parked the night prior. What state am I in, kind of deal. And you got that small window of time frame to where it's like, okay, I got to get my coffee. I got to try to get myself in a good mood, because if you don't put yourself in a good mood there, it's easy to get depressed out here, guys. And if you just don't find a way to get yourself in a good mood, you're going to have long days, especially when you got to drive at least 500 miles. I've been trying to figure out how to get my money off the calm data charge without paying a fee. Yeah, again, Lone Wolf, I would just that's something you might want to call the finance or the accounting department, talk with them, see if they can help you out with that. What's the craziest thing I hauled? Boat docks. They're like boat slips. They're big blue plastic tubs, and they stacked me up 13. It was a weird shaped load. It was a pain in the butt to secure. And then on top of the plastic boat tub kind of things, they stuck aluminum like railing sheeting down on the top of the very top. So, you stick aluminum on the top of plastic. It's as far as the load shifting, it's just plastic on plastic. So the load made me, it was crazy, and it made me nervous as hell, to be honest with you. I did extra load tire checks on that, and I was super happy when I dropped it off. That's for sure. You'll have to transfer it through the app to another account. Yeah, you could definitely go that way. I believe there's a list of ATMs that you could use that doesn't charge a fee. How often does Melton have loads to Arizona? Me personally, I don't go to Arizona much. So I think, see, I live in Florida. So Melton tries to keep you close to around where you live. Now they, I just got back from Washington. So if they know you have home, if you just came off a home time, they're going to send you on the West Coast to pick up loads and run through there. But what I'm trying to get at is I live on the East Coast, so I do a lot of East Coast, like Texas to East Coast runs. So I couldn't answer really how often someone can get through there because I don't live on that side. I have gone through Arizona plenty of times working at Melton, though. Thanks. You'll calm dad is a pain. Yeah, you know, Lone Wolf, to me personally, I just got direct deposit set up through my bank. I get paid Thursday night, Melton. You know, I believe with the calm data cards, it goes on Friday. So, you know, I mean, that's just something I set up in orientation. I filled out the proper paperwork and I never looked back. So I don't ever use my calm data card. Will they let you pass through the house while on a load? Yeah, Deshaun, you know, you're your own boss out here, man. You're a grown man. You know, they give you a load. You tell them when you're going to drop it off, or they either set your appointment time. And, you know, as long as you're not going out of route within reason, you know, I'm talking like 100 miles, 75 miles. You do what you want, man. You know, I stop wherever I want, you know. Just make sure you're there on time for your loads and no one's going to harp on you. You run OTR or regional? So I do OTR, Lone Wolf. I've been a lot. They have a lot of freight that goes. Oh, okay, yeah. So Chico, not sure where Chico stays, but yeah, he says there's a lot of freight that goes to Arizona. So yeah, I mean, I go to Arizona, Utah. Utah is very popular. You'll find they got a place in Tooele where every time I go to Utah to drop off a load, I'm picking up out of Tooele and running it wherever they want. But yeah, Utah's the main hub. You'll find yourself going to Nevada. Washington, I've only been to like twice now in the almost year I've been here. And again, I think that just has to do with because I got some buddies that, you know, live in California that work here and they're in Washington and Montana all the time. So it might just have to do with where you live. Where is Melton's training facility? I live in Carrollton, Georgia. Where would they send me for training? So Anthony, they're going to send you to Tulsa, Oklahoma for training. And not sure whether they're going to pay for a plane ticket or a bus ticket for you. I live in Florida, so, you know, I'm right underneath you there, and they bought me a plane ticket. Wasn't a big deal. I packed light, and as soon as I got out of my orientation, I told my dispatcher, I said, look, I need a first load. I need to go home. I need to grab my stuff. And I went home. I did one load. You know, they're not going to just send you home and have you deadhead. You're going to be taking a load home or even two loads. However many loads it takes to get you home, you're going to be loaded. But, yeah, I had to grab my TV, my appliances, and all that other stuff. You know, I'm not going to bring all that on the plane. And they don't expect you to, so. Do Melton have cameras in them, either front-facing or inwards? Manga, yes, Melton has front-facing cameras as well as outward-facing cameras. I've never had an issue with it. It lights up when it's recording you, and I never had it light up yet. So, you know, I think they have it for insurance purposes more so than anything. But, you know, my attitude is if you're not doing anything wrong, then what's the big deal about it? I don't get it. Doesn't faze me. You're allowed to cover it up as long as you're not driving. So, yep, exactly. Do I train new drivers? I don't. I don't train new drivers. I would love to train drivers, guys, but I just don't. It's tight spots in here. It's real tight spacing. I don't know how the trainers. I give them the utmost credit. You know, I don't know how the trainers could stay with another dude for 3 weeks, drop him off, pick up another one. You know, and then also on top of that, put your life in someone else's hands. You know, like I said, there's, you know, and the people that were in my orientation that all got kicked out, you know, every once in a while, you're going to get some of those people that slide through the orientation process and they just can't drive. And I'm not letting somebody brand new, a brand new CDL holder ride down the mountains in Colorado. I just can't do it. So yeah, training's not for me, for sure. That's why I'm trying to get 6 months experience before I apply. Yeah, yeah. That's well, you only need 5 months there, Disco. But yeah, that's what I did. I got my experience. I've never been out with a trainer in my trucking career so far. Um, you know, there's pros and cons with that, obviously, but yeah, I don't know. Even some of these people's personal hygiene, I just don't know if I could deal with being on a truck with somebody. Hopefully I luck out and they're cool. Oh, nice, nice, man. Go ahead and send in your application. Yeah, you only need 5 months, and Melton will hire you. For some reason, Melton will hire people, fresh CDL holders, straight out of school. But if you're with another company, um, and you're working on your experience, they want you to have at least 5 months before they'll look at you. And I'm guessing that's to see, make sure that you're not going to be out there getting preventable accidents and stuff like that. And it probably has something to do with their insurance coverage. How long we've been here? Hour and a half. All right, guys. So if you guys have any other questions, I'm gonna go ahead and end this right here. I appreciate everybody that stopped in. I love you guys, and I'm gonna keep making videos for you. I hope you guys enjoy them. If you guys got any suggestions, any kind of content that you'd like for me to see me put out for you guys, um, I'm all ears. You know, what's the average pay for a new driver once they're off the trainer's truck? I believe Melton starts you out, Manga, at what is it? 52 cents, 52 cents a mile. And then after like 3 months or 6 months, you're going to get bumped up to 58 cents, something like that. All right, buddy. Take care, Wayne. Yep. So I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. I appreciate you all stopping through. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.